Taiwan Special, episode of the week, number 3. Now, Huawei. What do I think about this Huawei thing? We've got this lady was arrested in Canada, and what am I holding here? Oh, this is well, what I'm holding here is it's like a massager thing. In fact, you know what? You want to see my shoulder? Here, I'll show you my shoulder. Here, look at this. See, maybe you can see the spots on my shoulder. See, yeah, like what you can do is you can take these the Asians have this medicine thing where they like rub the skin to pull out. They like bruise just the skin, not what's underneath, but just the skin to pull out toxins. And so you put, hand lotion or something, and then you scrape on like this. And then it's got a little poker thing for like getting inside of little tiny muscles and joints and finding muscles to push on them to push the lactate out, to like inside joint muscle massage type thing. Okay, anyhow, that's what that thing is that I'm holding, in case you were curious. And if you're listening on the podcast, well, that's, okay, but, a live stream, it's on Twitch. This is going to be the last one up. So if you go to jesse.coffee and scroll down and look at the recent Twitch thing, you'll see me with this thing there. That's, no, I think I push these from Twitch to YouTube, and at some point in the future, I will release them, but they're private. Like they're not released on YouTube. You can't find them there yet. I just haven't figured out a way to release these without annoying people, but they'll be there eventually. Okay. Huawei. This lady was arrested. She's a Huawei executive or something like that. And she's in Canada. And, my grandmother was a Canadian. And so I know all about Canada. So she was arrested by the Canucks, and so she's in Canada, and Amnesty International, I don't know, they're probably saying something because they love to annoy China, and the Chinese are mad. You can't take our people without China's permission. China is sovereign, must obey China's rules. So we take 2 Canadians, and because we follow our procedure. Our procedure says we take them because you must follow procedure. So that's kind of what it's coming across as. So what do I think about this? China is getting more and more and more defiant. See, I've been in Taiwan 10 years, folks. And everyone's going, my goodness, is China for real? Did they really mean this? I mean, death sentence for this Australian guy, all of it. No, this Canadian guy trying to go to Australia. Yeah. Death sentence for the guy, for the Canadian drug smuggler. He didn't have one before, but then all of a sudden, now, he needs a death sentence because that's the rules. China's digging in their heels, honkering down, and the world, it's a head palm moment going, what's going on? How is this? Why is China doing this? It makes them look, that's what people are thinking. That's what the West is thinking as they watch China dig their heels in more and more and more. And you're wondering why. People are asking me, what is it that is making these people, what is it that is making China do this? Well, I want you to know that I love this. I love the whole thing because it means that you have a front row seat to see exactly what I've been putting up with in Taiwan for the last 10 years. See, I'd go try to talk to the pastor in Taiwan, and he's angry because the Taiwan pastor thinks he's a boss and that the parishioners are his employees, And any Taiwanese boss, generally, old school anyway, even 40 and older today, it's sad. It should be 50, 60 and older, but it's even the younger bosses have this complex. The boss of a company thinks he's the demigod of the company. It doesn't seem to occur to the Taiwan pastor that the church already has a god, and he's not the demigod of the congregation. And if you say that, they get mad, offended, call their friends on the phone, storm out of the room. You know, they melt down. They have a Napoleon fit. If you know, Napoleon would have these fits. So they throw the Napoleon fit. They don't know what to do. They storm off stage in theater because they don't know how else to act in charge, and because it violates their mini cult. It's like the company cult culture thing. So I asked to talk to a pastor. They're mad. Only because I asked to talk to him. Because you don't ask to talk to God. Well, in Christianity you do, and I can talk to God. You're not God, and so I should be able to talk to you. That violates everything, you know, all the cultural baggage they don't want to let go of. All right. Well, I tried to talk to an American pastor about this. He's like, Jesse, it's something that can't be. I mean, that you don't talk, that no one would talk to you that way. I mean, that wouldn't, you know. I mean, you know, if someone talks to you, you talk to them, and that just makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but Taiwan doesn't do what just makes sense. They've got that Chinese culture. Jesse, I'm missing something here. Yeah, it's called experience, dude. And I was like, so the American pastors don't believe me. Now, in missions teaching, Bible thumping, Bible rust, Bible belt America, they see this stuff and they say, oh, that's the shame culture of the Far East, Japan, Korea, China, you know, Mandarin, you know, that's their culture. Don't violate their culture. It's wrong. It's sinful. They need to know the forgiveness and reconciliation of Jesus. Jesus helps us become friends. We don't have to be the beginning and the end, the sun and the moon and the morning star and all that jazz. We don't have to be all that. God is that, and we can just be ourselves and now love each other. And we make a mistake, we get forgiven, have friends. I know that's the message of the gospel, but the Chinese and the Far Easterners can't figure it out. So you're wrong to try to take that part of Jesus' message to them, and that's coming from the far conservative Bible teachers. It's even from the culture at the Moody Bible Institute. Sad and despicable. But now, because of Huawei, America is seeing exactly what I've been talking about for 10 years. So I'm loving this. You guys are on the learning curve. And Americans are. If it's you in Asia, you're with me. So, you know, America's on a learning curve, and I'm grabbing my popcorn watching you guys watch Asia. That's where this is. So I'm loving this. I think this. Now, I mean, I genuinely worry for these people held by China. I'm not apathetic towards their situation. But as far as America's, in the West, Canada's, the Western reaction to this, I'm really not concerned about. I hope China keeps going, because I'm really having fun watching the West watch China and see what I've been saying for 10 years. So if you like that, send me a popcorn. See you next week.